Moving on to this now, Swimming South Africa are thrilled to have hosted a successful meeting at the 2023 Senior National Aquatic Championships in Gqeberha. It saw a mixture of new and older talents taken to the Newzroom Park swimming pool from the 12th to the 16th of April. Among the elite swimmers on the starting list was veteran Clos and Olympic queen Tatjana Schoenmaker, while the list of rising stars featured Commonwealth Games sensations Lara and Pieter Coetze. The meet also saw three-time Olympic medallist Roland Schoeman roll back the years. Swimming South Africa's President Fritz joins us now to reflect on the national championships. A very good evening and welcome to Newzroom Afrika. Good to be chatting to you once again. Firstly, are you happy with the number of qualifying times for the World Championships that were achieved?
Thank you very much. It's good to be on your show. It's good to see you again. Yes, I'm in a way happy with where we are at this point in time. We are certainly still behind the rest of the world in terms of preparation for Paris 2024. You must remember that COVID hit us quite hard in the southern tip of Africa, and nations across the world were back in the water long before us. But we are showing a very good sign of recovery in terms of the times that you saw at this championship down in Port Elizabeth. And our coaches are pretty upbeat in terms of what's going to happen in terms from when we have one more qualification event for the World Champs and then off to Burma in Japan for the World Championships. And the World Championships will give us a very, very good yardstick of where we are in terms of Paris 2024, Roland.
What do you make of all the women that completely outshone the men at these national championships? Eight women achieving A qualifying standards compared to just 4 men.
Yeah. Look, the 13A qualifiers is important, but I'll come back to the issue on the women quickly. But for me, more important is, of course, the B qualifiers because that gives us a sense of where we are post-Paris. But, you've been around Swimming South Africa for a long time, and our hard battles in terms of building women's swimming. Right on top of our women are. If you look at Tatjana, if you look at Lara, if you look at Niekerk, if you look at Erin Gallagher, Gqeberha, it's just a phenomenal amount of women that are coming through. Lara, certainly a superstar for the future. But I can tell you now that Tatjana and Niekerk are swimming the best that we've seen over the last period in terms of COVID as well. Very, very exciting times. If you look at the times that they've swum, we've even had some of our athletes swim. I think 2 of them swim second best times in the world at this championships. And it seems to me the swimming pool down in drought-stricken Gqeberha is a good omen for us.
Lots of swimmers saying they really enjoy actually swimming at Newzroom Park. I want to just find out about the team that will be going to World Championships. We know we've got a number of people that have now qualified, but will Swimming South Africa be able to take, I'm not even speaking about the B qualifiers, just the A qualifiers to Japan?
Yes, we would be able to take once the selectors has finalized the team, because it's more than just the individual events. The team events in terms of relay, I think we have a very, very good prospect in terms of the mixed relay and also the 1x400 relay. So I'm hoping that the selectors would have a very, very good indication of what our team size and what our team events look like post our event in May. It's a bit early to talk about the medal count at this stage, but certainly our preparation is a good indication that we can do our nation proud.
So does that mean Roland Schoeman could be wearing a South African cap again?
Look, it all depends on what the selectors come up with. I was presently surprised, and even talking to Roland, he really, he's very good for Swimming South Africa. He's good for the sport overall, and to come and swim at age 42 at our national championship was a big deal for us, and we really loved it. He swam very, very well in those 50s. He hasn't lost much of his touch in terms of athlete in good shape. And if he is selected, he is part of the relay teams or what the selectors come up with, most certainly be welcomed by even World Aquatics across the globe. It's very good to see athletes perform at that level and stay in the sport. We are extremely excited about it.
Does South Africa have enough money to send the athletes without asking them to pay out of their own pockets? I remember speaking to Clos and Jimmy, who was going to represent South Africa at Worlds. Those were the short course World Championships, and he had to go and actually knock on doors, you know, with a sponsorship letter to get on the plane to represent the country.
Yeah, you're 100% right. It is a bit of a shame that the number one federation in this country in terms of podium performances and bringing medals into our country doesn't have a corporate sponsor. We depend largely on our lotteries organization, which do support us to a very large extent, and the National Department of Sport as well from an administrative point of view. It is very, very hard for us to take our athletes across the globe. It's very expensive these days to travel across the world. For the World Champs, we do provide a subsidy to our athletes because the international body does provide us with some funding. And we hope that none of our athletes would have to cough up money out of their own pockets in terms of the World Championships. But we can only make a plea to corporate South Africa to really get involved in this wonderful sport of aquatics to ensure that our athletes get the best in terms of competition throughout the world.
Swimming South Africa President Fritz joining us here on Newzroom Afrika. Thank you so much for your time, and congratulations on a great national championships out in Gqeberha this past week.